how we make things work. All right. So welcome, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get started like a minute early because to be on time is to be late, and to be late is to be on time. You got to show up early. And since we are having an intimate conversation, we get to be a lot more interactive, right? Because there is systematic things that we do, but what we want to be sure is that we're doing things that are effective, right? So the one thing I want you guys to write down at the beginning of this conversation, just to keep the right mindset in place, got to write down on your notes, this is a business. Please write that down. This is a business. And the reason that's so important, because if you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. So we want to be consistent, be sure we're doing the things consistently. Now, the great thing about our business is not the traditional type of business. So that means we don't need the traditional things that most businesses need to operate. So we don't need a brick and mortar location in order to operate. We don't need a certain amount of hours that we have to put in order for us to be successful. We don't need a certain amount of employees in place. We don't need a lot of the traditional things that traditional businesses need. We don't need that to create success in what we do. But what we do need is a system, because it's a part-time business, not a sometime business. So we can't do it sometimes and expect real results. We got to be very consistent, okay? And the great thing about our business is you get to build your schedule the way you want to build, because our business is designed to work around your already busy day-to-day life. So who on the line can admit that they already feel like they're busy right now? They feel like they got a lot on their plate right now. Give them the thumbs up. Well, I need to be going interactive, really, since it's not many of us, right? If you feel like you're already busy, give them the thumbs up. Say, I feel like I'm busy, or you agree. Some kind of way to be sure we're on the same page. We got the thumbs up. We got the thumbs up. People saying, yeah, you feel like you're busy. And guess what? You probably are. All of us are. But in order to get something different, we have to be willing to do something different. And I heard this from one of my mentors on a training just this past week, that you probably would get nothing without some type of sacrifice, right? You have to give up something to get something, right? So whether we're giving up time, or we're giving up a little bit of our social environment, shedding off some people that's not really supporting us in the way we need to be supported, something we're going to do in order to get to the next level we want to get to. and I hate when I say shaking off people, because sometimes you do got to shake off some people, right? Everybody can't go where you try, where you're working towards going. Okay. So in knowing that this is a business, we operate as a business, it's a few things that you have to have. One, you have to have working hours. Write that down. What are your working hours? What is the time you're going to commit to putting into building your business? So I'll let you know, a minimum of 5 hours a week is the minimum. That's the floor. 7 to 8 will get you quick and good production. At least 5 hours a week that you can commit to building your business, especially if you're doing the right things in that time frame. All right. So you need to have some working hours, and you get to build your hours based around your schedule, okay? The one thing I want to encourage is, at the very most, try to do something every day. Try to put in some kind of energy, effort towards your business every day. So, and I'm saying that to say, I don't want you to think, okay, well, on Saturday, I'm going to work my business for 5 hours. And you put in all the work on Saturday. Because what we miss in that time frame is compound effort. Now, who on the line has ever heard of compound interest? Who's ever heard of that before, right? Who said it's like the ninth wonder of the world, compound interest, right? Compound effort works the exact same way. You'll get way more done doing 30 minutes to an hour every day rather than doing 5 hours one day. The exact same way with working out. If you work out, you can work out 5 hours real hard one day, then the next day you're just going to be real sore. But if you work out 1 hour every day, you'll start seeing consistent results. This business operates the exact same way. Consistency every single day. So you need working hours. Right? 2, the one thing that you're going to need to build your business is capital. Write down capital. Now, in our business, the great thing is capital is not necessarily finances. Capital is not necessarily currency or money. It's only $149 a month. That's a pair of shoes. That's a good meal. $149. That's going to a bed. That's going to a good restaurant, and you probably eating by yourself if you just paying $149. Let's be real, right? So, so it's not finances that you need in capital. In our business, capital are people. And guess what? People are everywhere. You're never lacking capital. People are everywhere. So you get to build capital based on where you are really currently going. We're in network marketing. So that means we network, we connect, and this is a contact sport. So we got to contact people. We got to connect with people. So you need working hours, you need capital, and you also need a team, and that's us. We're the team. We help each other, and we use each other's skill set in order to help build our business faster, especially if you're new. If you're new, you don't have to necessarily you don't have to necessarily explain what we do. As a matter of fact, it's best if you don't. The less you say, the better the results. Now, I've been doing this business for over 3 years now, right? And I do presentations all across the country, but I never explained this business to anyone on a one-on-one basis. I do the exact same thing that we're about to go through that you guys do, which is I invite people to the webinar so they can see it for themselves. That's what I do, because not only am I showing them the business, I'm showing them how we do the business. So in the process of me exposing them to the business, I'm also exposing them to our process, to our system, by saying, hey, so when someone asks, what am I supposed to do? I simply say, well, what did I do with you? So they're going to say, well, you asked me a question on Facebook. Uh-huh. What's next? What I do next? Well, you invited me to a webinar. Uh-huh. What I do next? Then we got on the phone. Uh-huh. I didn't even talk to you on the phone until you looked at the webinar. It's a process to this, right? So depending on how I met them is how I expose them to the information. And I'm saying that to say anyone can do that. It has nothing to do with talent in how I expose people to the information. It has nothing to do with confidence or how I expose people to the information. I just don't vary from our system. So we got to have a system, okay? And just like every other business, right? If you go to McDonald's, or let's just say Wendy's, I don't go to McDonald's, let's say Wendy's. You go to Wendy's, they have a system on how they operate. And they do not change their system based on the person that come up to the counter. When you walk up to the counter, they're going to say, welcome to Wendy's, may I take your order, please? That's what they're going to say, right? You're going to place your order. They're going to give you a receipt and a cup, and you're going to go over to the side and make your own drink. Now, you could probably be a person say, well, you know what? I don't want to make my drink. I'd rather you go make my Coke for me. You might say, well, that's not our system. Here's your cup. There's the Coke. You go make your own drink. You might be a person say, well, I'd rather you make my hamburger. I know that person in the back. You seem friendly because you on the rest. Why don't you go back there and make my burger? What's the likelihood of that person leaving the register to go make your burger? Slim to none, because that's not their system. So I'm saying that to say, as we go through this process and go through the system, don't navigate or change from it. The system is designed very simply. It's designed to weed people out, not put people in. If you get that mindset, it's going to make life way easier for you. We are sorting people out. This is a sorting process. So as you make your list, as you go through your list, you go down your list, people will sort themselves out. That's a good thing. We don't want everybody in your business. We want the right people in your business. because everybody can waste your time. And that's one thing we cannot get back. There's no refund on time. So when we invest time, we want to be sure we're investing it in good seed. Investing in good seed. Awesome. Quick pause for the cause. Any questions on this first 10 minutes of training? Any questions at all about anything we just went over so far? I want to break this down to be sure that we're covering things. Oh, how about this? Is there anything that you think we need to add? Mm-hmm. Any questions at all? Questions going once? Questions going twice? No questions. Awesome. So let me introduce you guys to our system here. Where is that page? Hold on a second. I don't see it on my options for screens. Give me a quick second. Y'all know I'm very, very low tech. Bam, there it is. Okay, let's try it again. All right, pull it up. Bam, here we go. This is our system. The Roadmap to Wealth, MWR Financial. Can you guys see my screen okay? Give me the thumbs up if you can see my screen okay. Perfect, right? This is the roadmap, you guys. Understand, the roadmap is designed to be, this is a working document. So if you have not, I need you to print one of these out. Has everyone on the line at least printed out the roadmap at least once before the call? Give a thumbs up. Let me see. Okay, we need to print out the roadmap because we're going to write on the roadmap. This is actually how we're going to build your business and build momentum in your team. Build momentum in your business, momentum in your team is by simply following the process. Now, of course, a lot of this is self-explanatory. So we're not going to take a whole lot of time going into detail about reading every single line. We're adults. These are instructions, right? So we want you to follow the instructions. But of course, we want to be sure that you feel everything out. We don't have to go into detail on why it's important. Just understand everything on here is important, okay? One thing I will point out, your membership and your password, these are things that the person that sponsored you cannot get for you. So you created your website, you create your password, be sure to write them down, right? Your website is where you do business. It's almost like you did have a brick and mortar and you didn't know the address to your store. You need to know the address to tell people where to go do business with you, right? We online, so you got to know your address, okay? Also your password. Now, the question, to make this business worthwhile, I'm willing to work to build it to how much per month? This is one of my favorite questions, especially working with individuals on a one-on-one basis. We need to know the expectation of what you want to get out of this. That way we having a goal that we shoot for. The biggest failures that most people have in life is not the fact that they aim too high and miss. It's the fact they aim too low and hit. And most of the time, they don't aim at anything. So they miss that all the time. So we need to know a dollar amount that we're shooting for. And whatever your dollar amount is, be confident in it. If you just need $1,000 a month and that'll make your world, that's great. If you need $10,000 a month, that's great. Whatever your number is, we want to know it and we want you to write it down. The thing is to put it in ink, right? Then I'm building my business because, and right here, I want you to write down the words, my why, okay? My why, my WHY. Your why is something your why is what has you, what hurts you, what haunts you, what's that thing that you need to get done before God take you from this space, right? That is your why. I'm gonna give you 3 components to your why. You can write these on the line, but I need you to write your why on the back of the page because it needs to be written down. 1, it has to be emotional. 2, it has to be bigger than you. And 3, it must be written down. Those are the 3 components to your why. If you work in the business and you haven't come up with something to match those 3, then we need to keep working till we find it. It can't just be, I want to make more money. We live in America. It's the richest country in the world. It's a lot of ways to make money. But we need to be able to attach your why to this business. And once that happens, nothing can knock you out. So we have to be able to identify that to be sure that we all moving in the same way. And what's great about when I'm working with individuals, when I know your why becomes part of mine. If your why is to secure a financial future for your kids, that's part of my why. That's what I'm doing. If your why is maybe financially support your parents, if your why is to be able to retire comfortably so you can be able to give back to your community, as long as it's bigger than you, then it's something that can keep you motivated and keep you moving. All right. So those things are things that you do for yourself. Your business partners can't help with those questions. Even when you share it with them, they're going to help you build it up a little bit better. All right. From that point on, we just simply checking boxes. And these boxes, something that can be checked once a day. From the day you get started or the day you decide to build your business correctly, you can check off one box a day, right? Get your MWR pay card. That's one check. That takes about maybe 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, right? Make a list of your top 20. We definitely have to have a list. We're going to go through that in a second. Schedule your grand openings. You have to get with your business partners and your upline executive directors so they can kind of help you with that, because you do that with someone else. They help you with that, with the Zoom as well as the grand opening, right? Your social media campaign, we can show you exactly where that is, because at that point, you're actually having people ask you about your business. You got people coming to you saying what you're doing when you follow the social media campaign. That's how we allow you to monetize your social media. You can do it, right? And then, of course, we continue to go down, and we want to get to the part where we're hitting the boxes, okay? Because all of these are things that you can do at your pace, at your time, because these are that's your personal information. Bill negotiation, debt elimination, credit restoration. All these are things that you're doing to help better your finances. So let me tell you what that's going to do for you. It's going to do 3 things really quick. One, it's going to help increase your personal finances. That's what this business is about, is increasing your personal finances. That's one thing it's going to do. 2, is going to create your success story. Because at some point, as you work in the business and you're talking to people, they're going to ask, well, what has the business done for you? They're going to hear a lot of testimonies from a lot of other people. They're going to hear a lot of things that sound great. But since they know you, they want to hear your testimony. And if you haven't put your information in for the credit team to go to work, guess what? You might not have a testimony yet. But 3 is going to build your confidence in the business. When you see success happen for you, you know that it can happen for somebody else. So it builds your confidence. And when you're going out to speak to people, it helps build your posture in this conversation. Okay. That's why I want to be sure that you get that done. We want you to be a product of the product. But then we go down to exposing people. How do we get people started in the business? Okay. I want to spend the majority of the time. Hold on, I got 13 minutes, real quick. Any questions on the boxes? Checking the boxes, the things we got to get done, things we want to get done to start to create your success story. Any questions on that? Questions going once? Questions going twice? No question. I'm gonna let y'all know. When y'all don't ask me questions, it give me the big head, like I'm doing a really, really good job. So I see it getting big myself. Like as the Zoom is going on, I actually see the growth in the head. Yeah, I see that. Okay, so let's talk about how we actually get these boxes filled out. We're looking for the top boxes are people that are, these top 6 boxes are people that are joining the business. People that want to create that additional stream of income. We want to help you identify at least 6, not just 3. 3 gets you the bonus, which gives you the bonus, right? Get you paid. 3 gets you production. 6 gets you production. 3 gets you paid. 6 gets you production. That means you're continuing to get paid. All right. The bottom boxes here are for the daily guarantee. It's for your customers. We want you to get 6 customers. Why is this important? Because after you get 1 customer, you qualify to be paid with MWR. That's 1. After you get 3 customers, your membership goes from $149 a month to $50 a month. So your membership becomes, it pays for itself with just 3 customers. So again, that's more money or more cash flow you get to keep in your pocket. How are we going to do that? These bottom sheets down here. We got to get to the list, you guys. This business is built on list. So we want you to start to build your list. Notice my terminology. I didn't say make a list. I said build a list, because the list will continually always build. You know why? Because you're always bumping into people or meeting people or seeing people you haven't seen in a while. Your list will always grow, and it should grow, because the one thing that we mentioned at the beginning of the call that you need for your business is capital. What kind of capital? What are we considering capital in this business? People. So your list will continue to grow. So it's one page that we actually have on attached to this document, but we actually print out several of these. Now, let me help you with your list, because some people are saying, well, I don't know 20 people. That's absolutely crazy. You know way more than 20 people. Right? I think it's somewhere stated like it's a fact that if you're over the age of 18, you know over 2,000 people if you're over the age of 18. But let me help you build your list, because one thing we have to do is rip down the preconceptions of who goes on the list. See, what if you're thinking you don't have enough, like 20 people to put on your list, is because you're thinking or trying to figure out what 20 people I know that need help with their credit, that need to get an instant pay raise, that don't mind spending 149, that I think might need some help. You're trying to figure it out for them. That's not what the list is. The list is people that you know. So let me give you a few categories, because one of the best ways to make your list is to take your cell phone, start at A, and then just start writing names down on the page, starting at A. I promise you got over 500 people in your phone right now. So start at A and just start writing names down. Another way you can do it, go to your call log, the last 20 people that you call, write their name down. You know why? Because you talk to them anyway. Another way you can do it, I categorize people. So you want to think about people in different parts of your life. So think about this. You can write down 5 people you went to high school with. Write down 5 people that attend your church. Write down 5 people you see at the gym. Write down 5 people that live in your old neighborhood. 5 people that live in your new neighborhood. 5 people that you went to college with. 5 people that part of your sorority or fraternity. Just list the 5. That's over 30 people right there. So you can categorize people. And watch, once you start writing people names down, you're gonna start thinking of other people. You might write down Kevin Johnson. Hold on, Kevin got a brother named James Johnson, right? So now you got Kevin and James, right? You might write down my college roommate. Well, I had, like, if you was in college, you had people all around you in the dorm. You might write down the person right next to me, the person that was across the hall from me, person that you just want to put names on the page. Do not prejudge them. Do not make a decision for them and have them miss their blessing because you did not decide to share it with them. Some people are waiting for a phone call like this about something like this that's going to help them with their finances. So you want to go ahead and build your list out. Now, this first page on the list, this first list of your top 20 prospects, those can be people that just in your phone, the last 20 people you dialed, last 20 people you talked to on the phone. We also want to make a list of the top sharpest people that we know, right? Because think of it like this. If Bill Gates was going to call you up and say, look, I want to start a business. I want you to be the CEO, but I need a list of your top 20 prospects on who you're going to hire to work with you. Who are those people? Who are those sharp individuals that you know, like, that person that's sharp? I'd love to be in business with that person. Who are those people? Put them on the list. We have different conversations for all of them, but we need to have the list so we can start. That's the capital. All right. So I would recommend at least printing out 3 to 4 of these lists of 20, at least 3 or 4 of them. Because once you get started, you're going to have fun writing down all the people that you just start to remember. Okay. This second list here, or this second page, are people that have actually been exposed to the business. So the same people on this list, once they see or agree to see a presentation, goes on this list. This is our 50-15-5. Let me explain to you how this works, because it's all a numbers game. If you have 50 people that say they will show up to a webinar or show up to your home meeting or show up to an online event, if you want to have 50 people that's committed to showing up, all right? Let me tell you, out of that 50 people that say they're going to show up, probably about 25 of them, probably 25 of them actually will. Right? Nothing against what we do, nothing against that individual, but some people just overcommit sometimes. It happens. But if you got 50 people saying they're coming, 25 of them are going to show up. Out of that 25 of them, you're going to have about 15 of them that genuinely love what we do. I mean, love it. Like, they're going to say, girl, man, God was talking to me last night, and then you called. Like, it's going to be almost crazy how excited they're going to be about what we do. It's going to be about 15 out of 25. It's going to be about 15 of them that love it. But it's only going to be about 5 of them that financially commit. That's how the numbers work. We can't change it. We don't know why it works that way. That's just how it works. That's why we go with 50, 15, 5. Now, this is the challenge. Some people go through their list of 50 in 3 days. But some people go through a list of 50 in 3 months. Either way, we still got to go through 50. So what we recommend is that you do it quick. Success loves speed. So just go ahead and do it quick. I'm not saying you can do it in 3 days. That's some people that really have a big network and just love talking to people. They're going to do it anyway. But you can do it in 5. Think about this. If you call 10 people a day for 5 days, guess how many people you call? 50. 50. If you call 10 people a day for 5 days, you call 50 people. Now, the challenge with some people is they'll call the same people 3 times. We're going to call each person 1 time. We're going to leave 1 voicemail, and then we're going to go to the next name. Not that we're never going to call them back. We will call them back, but we want to move with a sense of urgency. So we want to go through the list as quickly as possible. And if you call 10 people a day, that should take you no longer than about 30 minutes. To call 10 people should take you no longer than about 30 minutes. Let me tell you why. 1, probably about half of those people, you're going to get a voicemail. Because they're busy, just like us. You're going to get a voicemail. And your voicemail is really, really simple. Your voicemail is this. Hey, this is Chuck Hardon. Give me a call back as soon as you check this. 404-403-0279. Holla at your boy. Peace. That's my voicemail. Every time. Hey, this is Chuck Hardon. Give me a call back as soon as you check this. 404-403-0279. Holla at your boy. Peace. Don't hear it again. Hey, this is Chuck Hardon. Give me a call back as soon as you check this. 404-403-0279. Holla at your boy. Peace. Y'all notice I said the same way every time. Because I say it a lot. Because I get voicemails. Right? So just leave a message and keep it moving. Make a note. Notice, hold on, I'm going to show you on the sheet. It gives you a place to take notes on what happened. Let me show you. Right? So did you pick them? Yes or no? No, you didn't, because we didn't talk to them. We left them a message. A message is not a peek. A peek is when you actually talk to somebody. Quick note, side note, what time is? Ooh, you can't peek a voicemail. You can't peek a voicemail. We leave a message and give them to call you back. Now, let me give you a quick conversation you can use when someone does pick up the phone. Because I know a lot of people get nervous about what do I say when they pick up the phone. What am I going to say to get them excited about what we do? I need y'all to write this down. Write down 1, 2, 3 on the page. The number 1, the number 2, and number 3. This is not a script. This is what I call a formatted conversation. That means you already know what you're going to say. Regardless of what they say, you know what you're going to say. It gives you confidence when you make the call. Next to number 1, write down, I just found out. Oh, that's beautiful. I just found out. That's number 1. Next, number 2, write down the word hot button. Hot button. I'm Southern, so I got a little draw. So it's hot button. But I say hot button. Hot button. And that's number 3, write down yes or no. Okay. This is how you use this conversation. I got 1 more minute. Hot button is something that is important to them. Hot button, well, make a note, is something that is important to them. So if they on your list, if especially in your top 20, and you just talk to them, you know something about them. You know something that they're excited about, something they want to get done, some type of challenge they might be having in their life. You know something about it. That's their hot button. So the way I would use this conversation is I would call up my friend. I'm like, hey, what's going on, Kevin? This Chuck, man. Hey, look, bro, I just found out about a way that we can help start a college fund for your son. You want more information, yes or no? What do you think Kevin is going to say? He's going to say yes. You know why? Not because he cares about MWR, because he cares about his son going to college. I'm giving you some good game now. I'm telling you what, he's going to say yes. You will rarely get a no when you use this conversation, right? If I call him, hey, look, Jeff, hey, look, bro, hey, man, I just found out about a way we can help your credit score jump up quickly. Do you want more information, yes or no? Why would I say that? Because Jeff was just talking to me about his credit. Hey, look, man, I just found out about a way that you can start saving up some money to buy that house you want to buy next year. You want more information, yes or no? What do you think they're going to say? They're going to say yes. Why? Because it's important to them. That's why. So when you use that conversation, be sure you straight to the point and be sure you say yes or no. That way you give them an option and they will choose. You know what? They're going to say yes because they're too scared to say no. Because they don't know what you're going to share with them. They too scared to say, I can't say no to this. I don't know what you're going to do, but I know you. I like you. I trust you. Man, what you got? Okay? So yes or no. Now, when they say yes, this is how you reply. You say, great. We have 2 events that's going to explain all the information. One on Tuesday night and one on Sunday night, or whatever day you working with your expert. Have 2 days set up that you say, this is the day I'm doing my events. Either Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Sunday, Monday and Friday, whatever day it is, give them 2 options. We having 2 events. It's going to give all the details about the program. We have one on Tuesday at 8 or Sunday at 7. What day is better for you? If you give them an option, they'll choose. Even if they're busy both days, they'll still choose a day because they're going to see. We said which day is better. They're going to think about what they're doing. Okay, I got Little League this day. I got choir rehearsal this day. Which maybe I can miss Little League. Right? They're gonna choose because we give them a choice. Right? So give them a choice and let them choose. So if they say yes, we're gonna say great. We got 2 events. You want Tuesday, you want Sunday. If they say no, which is an option because we gave them yes or no, if they say no, I don't want more information, this is what you say. You say, great. I just want to call you before I call these other 12 people. I'm going to talk to you later. Peace. This is not what you say. Well, you just told me yesterday you was trying to do this, or you just told me last week you wanted to do that. It's not time for that. When they say no, you say, great. I just want to be sure I called you before I call these other 12 people. I'm going to talk to you later. Peace. And then the last one, I'm 3 minutes over. Man, I thought that time was good. I got 2 more. I'm going to take 2 more minutes. I want to miss out on the information for you. They can say yes, they can say no, or they could say maybe. What is it? That's very common because it's your people. So your people want you to tell them everything. When they do that, don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap of trying to explain everything we do. You cannot explain this business in 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 10 minutes. Our webinar's 35 minutes. Right? And that's what we do. And we good. We good at it. You brand new. Don't do that. If they say maybe, what is it? I always ask them a question. My favorite question right now is, have you ever heard of a cash flow conversion? That's what I say now. Have you ever heard of a cash flow conversion? They're going to say, no, what is it? This is what you say. It's a financial strategy to put more of your money back into your pocket. We got 2 events explaining the whole situation. One on Tuesday at 8, one on Sunday at 7. What day better for you? Because even though they're asking, what is it? They're asking for more information. It doesn't mean you have to be the one to give them the information. Give them the invitation, not the information. All right, you guys. 5 minutes over. It's supposed to be right at 30. I'm glad you guys were able to jump on. I did record this. If you like recording, give me a shout. I'll make sure I facilitate that to be sure you can get it. But go ahead and understand, print the document out. Let's work through the document. Let's put the document to work and realize this is a business. Set your business hours, work your business hours, and build your business strong. This is Chuck Hardon. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure. We're going to see you guys on the beaches of the world, to see you at the bank. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Y'all have a good one.